Every week we dig through the political garbage and try to find who best exemplified being absolutely the worst. This is Garbage People. And this week, as with last week, we have Brett Ehrlich. Who is your garbage person of the week?
So there is someone who emerged as pretty garbagey today that I didn't have time to print something out for, but I am going with the person who emerged as garbagey last night in the same vein. So hopefully I didn't take your answer. Lamar Beelzebub Alexander.
So not only did you take my answer, you took my picture.
Oh, what, the one on Wikipedia?
Yes,
oh
well,
no, wherever did you find it?
Mine's bigger.
We both?
So
so now my control's out the window because I think maybe this doesn't print on our printer because we both tried to print it in color and it failed.
It wouldn't.
It might just be this actual file has become so tainted by the garbage person that is Lamar Alexander.
Why is he garbage person?
So I was listening to someone on like.
Do you want his quote?
I have it here, okay. But like there's such a long quote. But I just want to say that the other day I was listening to someone who was in the Senate during the impeachment question time, and while it was happening, said Lamar Alexander started to write longhand on a piece of paper. I'm very excited to see what it is. And it turns out it was the most epic Twitter fail of all time. And there's so many things along the way, which is why I don't want to sort through yours.
No, you go.
It was inappropriate for the president to ask a foreign leader to investigate his political opponent and to withhold United States aid to encourage that investigation, but essentially says, but we can't impeach him for it. So here's what happened in that tweet. He acknowledges everything I want him to.
Everything.
As having happened. And that is a crime. And a terrible crime that fundamentally goes against how the framers drew this country up to be. Power of the purse, checks and balances, corruption. It is the
abuse of power.
And what he says is corruption. It's when the reason he did this to investigate his political opponent was for his personal gain. So he used his position of power for personal gain. That is corruption. So here is the legal argument that Lamar Alexander is using to get himself out of jail free, or thinking free, as you put it on, I think your Twitter. It's a really great tweet. I'm just going to call it just inappropriate. That's it. He's going to label it as such, which is also annoying because later on he says this needs to be a bipartisan thing according to the framers, but no, you just chose not to vote for it. All the things that would typically make something bipartisan, like being the right thing to do, which you acknowledge in this part of the tweet, you just deny, you label it as such, and for that you are a garbage person.
Wait. This could be the first ever dual dunking.
Go for it.
Let's do it together.
Thank you, Lamar.
God, he's garbage.
Also, just like reminding you, no one had thought about Lamar Alexander in like 18 years.
I had not. He admitted all of it. And how sick are you of things Trump does that are substantive and damaging and unethical and indeed illegal being brushed aside as inappropriate? So basically, investigating your political opponents by withholding foreign aid is locker room policy. That's all it is. And he wants to be able to say, no, I acknowledged it was true. Like if Trump ends up going to jail someday, he has like an out. But no, this is more offensively cowardly than the other Republicans that are just like, let him do whatever he wants, I'm not gonna acknowledge it.
Yeah.
This is worse in a way.
My backup thing was everyone but Lamar Alexander that we're just not talking about.
Yeah.
Because, but it's a garbage person, I respect it.
Yeah, exactly,
it's dusty.
Yeah, it's like, they say like, set out ethical rules where if everyone accepted them, the world would be better off, that sort of thing. Often the people,
The Good Place at the end.
That's true. Often, I did not see the ending. Often the people who end up on Garbage People are people where if we all acted this way, if all of our politicians acted this way, our country could not exist effectively. We get by because thankfully not everybody does this stuff. But Lamar Alexander, it couldn't work if we were all Lamar Alexander. Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.